this is really a joyful play. It's a play about creativity. It's a play about humanity. And ultimately, I think it's a play about how all of us have something to contribute to our society, that everyone brings their own special ingredient. CLYDE'S, for me, really came out of interviews that I was doing when I was researching my play, Sweat. I spent some time in Reading, Pennsylvania, and one of the groups of people that I kept coming up against were the formerly incarcerated, people who had been in prison for periods of time, came to Reading, Pennsylvania because there was an expectation that there was going to be work, and when they got there they found that they were marginalized, that people were not invested in them. And so I wanted to figure out a way to make the formerly incarcerated visible and to give them 3 dimensions so that people understand that folks are not the worst thing that they've ever done. It's really, the humor is really important because the subject matter, folks coming in might think it's kind of tough, but it's not. I mean, you have a group of people who have different levels of skill. You have Montrellis, who is described as the Buddha from the hood, who is somewhat of a sensei and a master chef, even though he's never been formally trained, and he's trying to impart his wisdom on the rest of his crew, which is just interested in sort of clocking in, making the sandwiches, and getting out of there. And he's really pushing them to think more deeply about the process of creating and how to be intentional and mindful in the ways in which you approach everything, and that becomes a philosophy that then can bleed out into their lives. I wrote the play because I want to create a piece of theater that I feel is healing. And particularly now, we're living in a moment in which we want to figure out how to build community, how to be together. It's a philosophy that I kept coming across when I was researching this play, which is the notion of wabi-sabi, which is finding beauty in things that are seemingly broken. And I felt like it applied to this group of people that I was writing about, but also it's something that made me think about the world differently, is that often we discard things when they're broken and don't think about ways in which we can repair them so that they become something different and something beautiful. And hopefully folks leave this play feeling happy and a little bit better. I'm really happy to be back at the Donmar and working with Lynette Linton, who directed Sweat. And I think that there's like a beautiful conversation between the 2 plays, and it feels very much like bookends and appropriate that it's coming back to the Donmar. Lynette is a fabulous director. She's deeply thoughtful, very visual. I think that she understands the worlds that I'm interested in building and inhabiting, and she adds her special sauce, that ingredient that I'm always really delighted to see.